Alright, so shall we start up?
Sure.
Alright. Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Beast Wars podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
I'm Alex.
And I'm David.
Today, it's an especially appropriate episode of the Stasis Pod, because we're looking at the first Stasis Pod episode of Beast Wars, Fallen Comrades.
Ooh.
Yay, Fallen Comrades, Fallen Stasis Pods.
That's right. It's a double meaning.
Also, other people occasionally fall over the course of the episode.
A bunch of falling. There is no Revenge of the Fallen, however.
Good. Also, a rock falls. Spoilers, sorry.
Rocks fall, but not everybody dies.
Sorry, spoilers. Dies. Rock falls on Waspinator. I know. No one was expecting that.
Well, that's kind of Tarantulas' thing.
Yeah, true.
Usually Waspinator just gets shot repeatedly.
Tarantulas' other thing is being super creepy, so...
Yeah.
He's barely in this episode. We'll get to that in our next episode, which is also a Stasis Pod episode. It's an episode of the Stasis Pod, but it's an episode of the Stasis Pod that deals with Stasis Pods.
Briefly.
Yes. So, Fallen Comrades. We open in space. There's a bunch of space junk, and also a stasis pod. Stasis pod collides with the space junk, and it falls to Earth. Into the icy northern sector.
That opening shot was kind of weird.
It was nice, though.
It was nice, but it flew past the camera really fast in the first shot, and then in the subsequent shots when it has the whole kind of re-entry effect, it's like there's a field around it that's what's heating up instead of the stasis pod itself that's heating up.
Yeah.
Well, that's visually, it's a key. Instead of just showing one end of the thing getting redder, it's animation.
And it does a nice job establishing where new characters will come from for this show.
Yes.
They'll just
fall out of the sky.
Here is your new character plot device.
New characters just fall out of the sky whenever Hasbro tells us we need some.
That's right. If it's a Stasis Pod episode, get ready to buy a new toy.
Or the bombardment of new toys.
Yes.
It's actually a Toys R Us truck up there.
And anyway,
I'd object to that, but yeah, basically there's a Toys R Us truck up there. Everything is scrambled randomly.
Yes.
Alright, so both bases, of course, detect this. I like the contrast we get, how, it's, sort of Rhinox calmly counting down to it making impact, and then we cut to the Predacon base, and there are just alarms going off, and Pterosaur is screaming at everybody.
They're just, It's like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Or like the Ghostbusters. We got one!
Yes.
Am I crazy, or did they take a level in texture detail between last episode and this episode?
It may be a little improved.
And I wonder if there was maybe a bit of a gap between these and the earlier ones, because Power Surge is the last episode that has clips in the opening sequence. So I wonder if maybe that was like a first batch, and then they've done these ones.
I mean, we definitely know that there was a point, in season 1 where they were still writing episodes as the series began to air, because even within season 1, we got to a point where they were making those fandom callbacks. And we know they didn't really start doing that until the series started airing. So yeah, at some point there was probably a production break, and then, they came back with possibly some improved technology.
Yeah, it seems like at least Pterosaur has better textures, and then Rhinox has some surprisingly subtle detail on his whole eyebrow / face headband thing.
Yeah.
I'd never even noticed that before. I'd never paid close enough attention to see that.
I'm watching these on a bigger TV than I had when these were first airing, so that helps too.
Yeah, I thought a little about that, we're watching it on these big
HD monitors. They weren't.
Oh yeah.
And how, it looks different compared to when it originally aired on CRTs, and people have pointed out with pixel art how it doesn't ever really, it never really looked the way people do pixel art because there was that CRT blurriness to it.
That's a CRT blurriness. It's like twice as big as it was before because of how much resolution they can show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in this episode, and even the next episode, it felt like they had a significant jump in the amount of detail they could put in the textures.
Mm-hmm.
And
I believe it.
Not sure if I'm crazy or not for thinking that, or anyway.
Well, they had to build some new character models, so maybe they brushed up some of the other ones when they had time at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm a writer. I don't art. I don't know how to art. I'm scared of art.
I'll take your word for it.
Yes.
Fair enough. Also, during the whole sequence where the Stasis pod is crashing and both teams decide, oh no, the Stasis pod has crashed, we need to do something about it. Cheetor is up on the table, which is delightful, and then Optimus Prime is walking like he has a stick up his butt.
Yeah, he waddles a little weird, but it's like Optimus is being impulsive and Dinobot is being cautious.
Yeah, Dinobot is kind of right here.
Yeah.
And Dinobot felt like he was being really protective, too.
Yeah. Dinobot is kind of badass throughout this entire episode whenever it makes sense or even if it doesn't. He's just right 100% of the time through this episode. He's rolling 20s.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, Megatron decides to use strategy. And everybody's like, oh my god, we need to go and
We only have one guy who can fly, and it's super far away,
pod.
although stay tuned for how far away it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Megatron says they only have one flyer, so this would be a good opportunity for an ambush. So he actually uses some sound strategy here, but Dinobot kinda, we'll get to that, but yeah, Dinobot kinda susses out what Megatron might do. What would Megatron do?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he is being this very sort of protective, let me go out first and see if, try to lure out anyone that might be stalking around out there. And yeah, it's interesting seeing Dinobot sort of take charge there and try to protect everybody.
He goes down the weird maximal lift first, and we get a first-person view of Dinobot's vision, which they're going for some effect, but I don't understand what, because it's not like a 3D effect, it's not like a heat vision effect, it's not like a UV effect.
No.
It's just kind of greener and browner than normal vision would be.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going for.
It's vision.
Yeah.
It's a vision. He
But
does a thing.
But there's nothing there when he looks down, and then he's like, I still think something's wrong, and he's right.
But Primal just kind of shoves past him, and it's kind of a good Primal moment, because, Primal isn't totally infallible. He's a little headstrong sometimes.
Yeah, and that's good to see. And he feels very strongly that I like there's a couple different ways to approach writing Transformers, and I like that Dinobot tells Primal that he says your emotion chips are overriding your caution circuits. There's
a lot of blank circuits in this episode.
Yeah, it's a lot of that sort of technobabble style of writing. Whereas on the other end you have like James Roberts who just has people saying, oh my god, not,
We're very much on the robot jargon side of things this episode.
Yes, Beast Wars in general, but especially this episode, very much on the ridiculous robot jargon side of writing Transformers.
Which is fine. I like ridiculous robot jargon.
It is. It's fine.
It's fun.
To a point.
Yeah.
Yep. So we have Dinobot going all, oh no, something bad is going to happen, I have a feeling about it, and Primal is no, oh, you're being ridiculous, we need to go now. Comes down the thing, and immediately is ambushed.
Yeah, and then something bad happens.
Yes.
He gets shot up by Pterosaur and Waspinator. There's a really neat moment where Primal gets, I guess, knocked unconscious, but his jets are still on, so he's just kind of hovering there like a marionette cut strings.
Yep.
Yes.
One shot stuns him, 2 shots kills him. Apparently the Predacons are using Zet Keneals.
And,
okay, I'm apparently the only one here who watched Stargate.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I did. I don't remember a damn
Our
thing.
listeners might.
Okay, and Stargate, the bad guy weapons were eventually retconned to have 1 shot stuns, 2 shots kills, 3 shots disintegrates the body.
Oh, right. Oh, that's what that. I actually kind of remember that from something. I just forgot where.
I've only seen the Kurt Russell movie.
Yes, the show's pretty good. It goes on a little too long, but
The show is surprisingly good, and then it starts to suffer from, okay, we've done 3 season finales that were expected to be series finales now, but
yeah.
we still need to do another season of episodes because they've paid us to.
Yes.
We've got to keep Richard Dean Anderson off the streets.
Somehow.
Eventually they start suffering from Richard Dean Anderson neither has the willingness nor the body to keep doing action sequences.
Yeah.
And I'm not exactly sure. At some point, it actually becomes a full-blown comedy without being a comedy.
Oh, that happens by season 4. They do an entire episode that may as well be Ghostbusters,
Oh.
which is also essentially Groundhog Day.
Oh, yeah, that was a good episode. And anyway, this is not.
Anyway,
the Stargate
Waspinator gets a
podcast.
giant rock dropped on him.
Because
Yeah.
that's what happens to Waspinator. Rocks fall, Waspinator dies.
Yeah,
It's not just Waspinator gets a rock dropped on him. Like, everything badass in this episode, Dinobot drops a mountain on him.
It's
Yeah.
a giant rock, like 20 times the size of Waspinator, that gets I-beamed by Dinobot, and the Dinobot goes, yes! After the rock hits Waspinator.
I like how excited he is.
Yeah.
We share your enthusiasm for killing Waspinator, Dinobot.
Yeah.
Please, keep on keeping on.
This is
I guess
the,
he just really hated I could see Waspinator really getting on Dinobot's nerves back when
Oh, yeah.
Dinobot was a Predacon.
is this
Dinobot
the-
is frustrated enough by Rat Trap. Waspinator must have just pissed him off.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they used to work together, but is this the second or the third time Waspinator's been killed?
Second. He gets kind of beat up in a couple other episodes, but it's really Chain of Command where he gets
Yeah.
obliterated.
He gets
Yeah.
kind of doomed, and now he's flattened by a rock, but he's fine.
He's fine.
Then as they flee, Dinobot just yells, "Face me!" and I-beams at them randomly.
Oh. And then Cheetor comes out, and he and Dinobot have a prolonged argument about Optimus Primal's funeral, which Primal interrupts by rudely not being dead.
Yes, and
First,
it's so great when Dinobot's like, are you sure?
Yeah, I love how long Primal has to convince Dinobot that he's not dead.
Yeah, because
Because it would be such a great death.
a glorious funeral to come. Oh, and Cheetor is the first one to say CR chamber.
Yes.
Ah.
We finally get it named.
Yeah, we have a name for the plot thing that lets us have our characters take a lot of damage and not die.
Yes.
We also have our first example of a character taking more than superficial damage shown on screen.
Well, I guess, Waspinator lost some limbs in the last, and
Megatron was...
Megatron was, dismembered.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We had
That was-
Dismemberment before, but this is the first time we've actually had battle damage.
That's true. Yeah, we get some of that in this, and the next episode, I think the animation does, like you said, it goes a notch up.
Yeah, actually, other than body parts falling off, I think this is the first battle damage since, the second episode where Primal got that chunk ripped out of his monkey leg.
And I guess we also got, Cheetor kind of got a hole blown in him in the web.
Oh, yeah.
But we haven't seen a lot of it.
No, and now
At least
it's
we get more of it as this show goes on.
constant.
So anyway, Primal needs to be fixed. He's not up to flying, so plan B is to send Rhinox, Rat Trap, and Cheetor into the northern sector to just run to the pod.
Yep.
Yeah, just run through the snow
Yes.
that is in the northern...
I like the snow in this episode. That was neat.
Yeah, it's a nice
It's-
snow texture.
It's
Snow's
mentioned
cool.
as being 100 clicks away. Now,
Yeah,
clicks
100
I know is used sometimes to denote kilometers, but we have no reason to really think that the Maximals, that while we know the Cybertronians have had contact with Earth culture, and apparently Rat Trap knows about B-movies, we have no
and
reason
taco
to
stands,
assume.
as per the next episode.
Yeah, we have no reason to believe that they're using kilometers as a measure of distance. So basically the Arctic is 100 something from their base.
Yeah, it's, well, clicks is military jargon shorthand for kilometers. So maybe they took that as clicks to be a shortened version of whatever the Cybertronian measurement in distance is.
Whatever it is, it's enough for them to run there in a couple hours.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
Yeah, it's enough for Megatron later to run there faster than Optimus Prime can fly there, which is
we'll
bizarre.
get to that because that is ridiculous.
And Megatron is sending Waspinator and Pterosaur to go get the pod and reprogram it into a Predacon.
Because that's apparently just a thing you can press a button and do. You don't need to send tarantulas up there to do it.
Do it.
I would assume that it was some sort of... I mean, again, this is where this is written as them being super robot-y.
Yeah.
But as opposed to the more modern mechanical life form sort of approach. But yeah, I mean, presumably you just do something that brainwashes them.
Yeah.
It makes sense if they, he handed them, here, take this USB stick, plug it into their brain, and it'll be done.
They didn't
I assume that's what happens. I think when we do see this happen in, much later on in Spider's game, and I think Tarantulas does plug a thing into it.
Yeah, but it's just weird to say. It's like, the idiot and the other idiot, you can go reprogram a protoform.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That seemed questionable. I would have expected them to have, a Pterosaur carry Tarantulas there and have Waspinator and Scorponok go attack the Maximal base.
Yeah, or even carry Scorponok, because we've seen Waspinator carry Scorponok before.
That's true.
Well,
we will eventually see Scorponok change someone's faction with a missile.
Yeah. They had their flyers hurry to the Maximal base so that then their ground people could go a little slower, I guess.
Yeah.
But they're still at the base after they get back from the Maximal base.
Yeah.
So anyway,
none of this makes sense.
Whilst the flyers are going there, Megatron, Scorponok, and Tarantulas are heading to the Maximal base. But before they can get there, in the northern sector, the Maximals are racing towards one of those so prevalent in Beast Wars land bridges.
Yeah.
I guess this is an ice bridge.
Well, snow bridge.
That's the thing is
head looks... Go ahead.
The landscape here is just solid. It's like the ground is made of snow. They approach this ravine, and the walls of the ravine are also snow. Yeah. I mean, I guess it could be a glacier or something.
They go so far north that they're in nothing but glacier territory.
Apparently the snow is just like hundreds of feet deep or something. But yes, there's a very convenient little bridge over the ravine that's made of a tidy pack of snow.
Yeah,
I was surprisingly okay with that. I was more bugged by Cheetor's head not moving at all as he runs.
Well, his whole body sort of moves around him.
Yeah, that works for Megatron. It doesn't work for Cheetor because his body's bobbing up and down way too much.
But they're doing that for Rattrap and Rhinox. They're animating the head moving as they run for them, but not Cheetor.
Maybe that's how cheetahs run.
I looked it up. It's not.
Okay.
I don't think it would be that steady at all. No, it bounce a little.
No, I even looked up. Their head only seems to go below the level of their body when they're chasing something that has dipped below their eyeline.
Huh?
That's how much this bugged me.
Yeah.
I looked up footage of cheetahs running at things.
That sounds reasonable. There will also be much more exciting scientific research to come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
Alright, so the Predacons, exhibiting some solid strategy. They blow up this bridge. Maximals are going to have to take the scenic route.
I'm impressed that they managed to come up.
They fly through the bridge.
Yes.
Because they don't have
made of snow.
It's effective.
I'm not sure it would have held Rhinox.
Yeah, to
Probably
be fair, I mean, it clearly wasn't stable.
Yeah, I mean, he'd get halfway through, and then they'd spend, a couple hours hauling his pudgy ass out of this ice ravine.
Yeah, seriously.
Alright, so Rattrap radios this back to the base. Dinobot is unsympathetic, and Rattrap tells him to kiss his ass.
Well, no, he says, you can just kiss my pink hairless, and gets cut off.
Yeah.
So pink hairless on a rat, that could be a few unpleasant things.
Ew.
He could say he could just mean his ears. He has pink hairless ears.
Yeah, that works.
Or pink hairless toes.
Or tail.
I think Rattrap has a better conception of human idioms than that.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, that's true. Dinobot takes his sweet time answering the radio call too.
Yeah, he's got to let that ring a couple times just so he knows that your call really isn't that important to him.
Yep. And then he hangs up on him.
Yeah.
He's that guy who's, who just has to let it ring a couple times so you don't get any ideas. That
But
he's,
then he
waiting
displays some
for you to call.
humility here in acknowledging that he needs Optimus's advice, so he accesses his core consciousness while he's in the CR chamber, at which point Primal tells him that it's time to recruit a team of 5 protoforms with attitudes.
I would like to note that Primal's core consciousness is apparently stored in his monkey brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
And anyways, core consciousness is represented by a hologram of his giant floating gorilla face, and he just kind of looks like Gorilla Zordon.
Yeah.
I was thinking Gorilla Emperor Palpatine, but...
Credit to Gary Chalk for sounding like half asleep, half sick Optimus Primal here.
Yes. I was about to say,
Good voice
really
acting.
good.
Talking to drunk Primal.
He sounds really chill. He sounds like he's been,
Mellow.
just relaxing. It's okay. I'm, hurt.
You're scanning
Gotta
my
take
monkey
it to
brain. Got a daiquiri in here. What's up?
Yep. Sorry, but 2 more thoughts about the previous scene. 1, why isn't Cheetor running ahead? Why is he running exactly as fast as Rhinox?
Well, he's a cheetah, so he can only sprint.
Well,
So he'd run far ahead,
True.
and then he'd just have to lay down for a little while.
Kinda, yeah, but he's still a robot cheetah. He might be able to keep up that speed longer than an actual cheetah.
So I figured so he's sort of running at Rhinox's pace so that he can keep up.
Yeah.
And also, if he runs ahead and they're both there, Cheetor probably can't beat Waspinator and Pterosaur at the same time.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Other thing, Waspinator actually seems to have chromatic shifting on his textures, which is awesome.
Yes, I noticed that in this episode.
At least on his
eyes were all pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty eyes.
Although, I will note that later he has some really crummy-looking eye beams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just magically has I-beams so they can have somebody trying to weld at the stasis pod.
Yeah. Although, we know Pterosaur has eye beams, so why isn't Pterosaur doing it?
Because his are destructive only?
I guess. I mean, he just has, cutting laser eye beams anyway.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anyway, Primal has some solid advice. They're going to set up a laser pulse and bounce it off the moon to transmit instructions to this messed up stasis pod.
Well, one of the moons. The bigger moon.
Yes.
Yep.
I think is the bigger moon the real moon, or is that the fake moon?
It looks like the fake moon.
Yeah, because the littler moon is moon colored. It's
Yeah, it's true.
The bigger moon is sort of brownish rocky, which is weird.
Anyway, while he's setting this thing up, the Predacons get there, and they get the drop on him and shoot him off the base, off the roof.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Megatron shows up and just wants to talk.
Oh yeah.
I'm making finger quotes.
and actually, Megatron is also kind of making finger quotes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not gesticulating as much as previous times.
And he has the perfect hands for making finger quotes because he only has 2 fingers.
He does.
Yes.
It's great little... Oh, I love his dinosaur hands.
Credit where credit's due. They don't say he's going to bounce the laser off the moon, but the next shot opens on the moon.
Yeah.
Yay! Visual storytelling.
Yeah,
Yay!
it's a shot of the moon that pans down to Megatron's big face.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so he just says, let's just talk, you're in charge of the base, I'm here, why don't we just be Predacons again?
Why don't we just, like old times?
Yeah.
Before the confrontation, Megatron's arms make this delightful swooshing noise.
So great.
And then Dinobot tells him to eat slag. There's a lot of slag in this episode.
Yeah,
Oh.
this must be weird for, British viewers.
I mean, when the bridge gets destroyed, Rhinox says that's some cold slag. Dinobot tells Megatron to eat slag. There's more slag later in the episode. So much fake swearing.
Yeah. Filthy, filthy episode.
Ah.
Yeah, after getting ambushed from behind, Dinobot still manages to roll onto the Hatchlander thing and activate the autocannons.
And it's a pretty good physical comedy scene with these two just kind of trying not to get shot by these autoguns.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
Trenches makes a little sidestep, gets shot,
Mm-hmm.
and then Scorponok gets the shake so bad that he sets off the motion sensors and also gets shot.
Yeah, his hands just keep
Yes.
jittering and making
Just like,
noises.
And he gets shot. It's great.
I really like that little sidestep Tarantulas makes.
It's one of the great little clever things that the show is good at.
And the sounds of the guns kind of sound like the weird heartbeat sound in The Thing. The bum 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 bum. I think it's almost exactly the same noise.
Yeah, and hey, this is also an episode with extensive Arctic scenes.
Yep.
Yes.
They don't want to be tigers. They want to be us.
The physical comedy is delightful, and credit for actually explaining the rules of the autoguns.
Yeah. Motion sensors, and there's, cleverly enough, a later scene where Primal shuts them off for a couple seconds so he can fly away.
Yeah. And it's overall a very well-written episode, which is fitting because it's, one of the story editors.
Yep. So, the instructions get transmitted. Every now and then we get a cutaway to the stasis pod. At one point it opens up, we get a hand poking out, and then it gets energon poisoning and the lid snaps shut. It's kind of neat.
That's like the commercial break cliffhanger, isn't it?
I think it is, yes. They're talking about, so that pod opens, he's going to get hit with all that energon.
Yep.
And then the pod opens and he gets hit with all that energon.
Then after we come back from commercial break, there's 2 tigers near the stasis pod. Before the commercial break, earlier in the episode, there was only 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're paying attention, you realize the surprise that's coming.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And even if you didn't, you probably have a good idea,
Yeah.
You saw the information get transmitted, you know that it's probably going to work. Anyway, so they finally get to the pod. Waspinator Pterosaur got there first, but they're having some trouble getting it open with Waspinator's dinky eye lasers.
Which don't really look like lasers, they kind of just look like his eyes are flashlights.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also note in the scene, Cheetor has his second gun, which I don't think we've seen before.
Ooh.
It's
his less
tail
disgusting gun.
He has another gun?
Yeah, the toy has 2 guns. One, the gut gun, and like a second gun that is his tail.
Oh.
Second gun that is not disturbingly biological.
Yes. It's a change from the prototype, where I think the tail gun originally had a missile.
Maybe.
In that original Beast Wars toy commercial, he has different guns. It's weird. But it's just, just a kind of a throw it in, we might as well make it a gun.
Oh. Well, it does have another gun. I never knew.
But I guess that's...
Toys.
He often has it in the show when Tigatron's also... Spoilers, Tigatron's in this episode. But he's there because Tigatron has that gun.
Yeah.
Also, neither Waspinator, nor Pterosaur, nor Megatron notice the stasis pod is empty.
Even though the
stasis
giant pods
window.
have a window.
Yeah.
They weren't looking that close.
Yeah, so anyway, Primal's on his way. He's put Dinobot in the CR chamber. And Megatron, and then Megatron shows up. How on earth does Megatron get there in time?
They had a shot of Megatron heading north.
Yeah.
But then immediately afterwards, Optimus heads north flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, all is forgiven because when Megatron shows up, he does this great jump over some scenery, and it's just like, hello, I am here.
Okay, fair enough. That is delightful.
His entrance is just hilarious. It's
He
just
has
ridiculous.
a flair for the dramatic.
He does. He's so good at it. I just couldn't
And
stop
so
laughing at that entrance.
And so, to make the Maximals give them the stasis pod, he threatens to kill 2 tigers. Which, good on you, Maximals, but I don't know about your priorities here.
Yeah, he's just has a standoff, like, hand over the pod, or I'll shoot these kittens!
Yeah, it's like, if Primal was there, he would try to defend them, of course. But Rat Trap's there, it's like, shoot him, I don't care.
Yeah, but Rhinox is going to defend them, and probably so is Cheetor.
Yeah.
Just have one dissenter.
We do have, previous to this, the Maximals saying that the reason they were here was an exploration mission and wanting to seek out new wildlife, so I buy all the Maximals being eco-hippies.
Yes. And I think this is also where we'll point out these are white tigers. White tigers do not live in the Arctic.
No.
But
White tigers are Bengal tigers. They have they have a mutation.
Oh, they're mutations of Bengals, not Siberians?
No, Bengal.
Okay, because Siberian tigers actually do sometimes live in the cold.
Yes, but Siberian tigers are always orange.
Yeah, but Bengal tigers, no, they're more south.
And as you can imagine, Bengal tigers, most white tigers do not survive in the wild because it's kind of hard to hide in the jungle as a white tiger.
Yeah, it's like albinism. It's like being an albino.
Yeah, except they still have some pigmentation because they still have the black stripes.
Yeah, but it's a similar sort of inconvenience.
Of course, the entire
generally...
explanation for this is he was going to be Wolfang, the wolf, but they got lazy and were like, it's easier to change Cheetor into a tiger from a cheetah.
Well, also lazy, and probably they were on a budget.
Yeah.
That's true, too.
They were like, we can't do that if you want us to, unless you want to give us more money for a completely new model. But yeah, the science there about the Arctic tigers is just super questionable.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to find a white tiger, you're going to find them in a zoo or in Vegas.
And if you did find them in the jungle for some reason, or found them in the wild, they would be in a jungle, like near where their actual ship is, and not 100 vague distance measurements.
Yeah, but I do like the Arctic ambiance of this episode. You got the snow, the lights.
It's really nice having them
jumping
do
over
the
snowy hillsides.
Snow lighting too.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It works surprisingly well.
So, this is the past, so we're just going to accept this is maybe an Arctic region created by the Vok, and there's some sort of weird cat subspecies unknown to science that lives there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what color a lot of extinct things were.
Exactly. So, Maximals surrender, Predacons pop open the pod, it's empty.
Dun dun dun!
Where's the Maximal? Right here. And hey, it's Canadian character actor Blue Mankuma.
Yeah.
I love
Yay.
Blue Mankuma.
Blue Mankuma has the best name.
He does.
Also,
one of the best.
The best voice. I would like to note that Blue Mankuma was in one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies to just have on the TV, which was 2012, the ridiculous disaster movie from a few
with
years
John
ago.
Cusack.
Oh.
Yes, he is in that. Also, he has been in My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic on vague occasions.
Oh yeah, he's the voice of Fluttershy in the episode where Fluttershy gets a ridiculously deep voice.
Yes, when Fluttershy gets cursed and gets this ridiculously deep voice, it's Blue Mankuma.
And Blue Mankuma sings in that episode.
It's so
Ooh,
good.
I should see that.
It's so good.
And I mean, if you
is.
watch any syndicated action TV show filmed in Vancouver, you've seen Blue Mankuma.
Not just syndicated to like TV movies. Like there's a Canadian-made live-action Gundam movie. He's in that.
Yes, he was in G-Savior.
Yeah, it's.
Who is he in Stargate?
Oh,
Because I
Let me
assume
see.
he must be someone.
he had to have been in Stargate. Yes.
Must have been in Stargate at some point.
Yes, he was on both Stargate Infinity and Stargate SG-1.
Ha.
Ooh, Infinity, the animated series that no one remembers.
Oh, whoa.
He played a sheriff on SG-1
Okay.
at some point. If you need a hefty black man and you're filming in Vancouver, you call Blue Mankuma.
Yeah.
And if you can't get him, you call Alvin Sanders, who's the guy who played Demolisher on Armada.
There you go. But yes,
If you know Japanese, his name means Blue Man Bear.
That is awesome. Oh man, he should have played Polar Claw.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
works too, yeah.
That would've been good.
They should have put Polar Claw in this episode, except, CG budget.
I know, but
Yeah.
they could have given them more money. That's a bigger toy to sell.
Yeah. That's like twice
He-
as
he-
expensive or
He was
something.
a mega.
Ah,
Such
I guess those were
oversight.
15.
And he had a bat that he shot at people.
Yeah, for some reason.
Uh,
He could have been Scorponok's foil.
So anyway, he shows up, and because he's a new character and it's his introductory episode, he kicks everybody's ass.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
As you do.
Even has
When
these
you're
awesome wrist rockets that Cheetor doesn't have, which is nice.
I think that's the only time those ever show up.
oh.
Like, he just
He
had those
used
two
both of
missiles, he used them up, and that's it.
Yeah, he only had he can't replace those.
They're heat seekers apparently because they follow Megatron over the horizon, over the hill he's running past, and then Megatron gives this awesome blast you like he's G1 Megatron.
Yeah, he might as well say he's blasting off again.
I love Megatron.
Yeah, Primal joins in on the fun. Everybody, Predacons, all run away. Primal tries to welcome Tigertron to the team, but because of his identity circuits being damaged in the crash, he still kind of thinks he's a tiger.
Again, with the very heavy robot coding.
Yes. And so, once he saw the Maximals fighting to save him, he realized he was a Maximal, but he's just gonna stay up north with his tiger lady friend, ?
Yeah, does he have the hots for that tiger? Because they were just hanging out, chilling until...
We see later that they're very close.
Yeah, they make that more explicit in later episodes, which is kind of surprising.
It's pretty obvious later on that he and this tiger lady were... This was his mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he names her at one point.
Yeah.
Which
her name
Snow Shadow, I think.
Snowstalker.
Snowstalker, yes.
Yes.
Which, I mean, maybe that's her name in tiger language, or maybe he just named her the way that you would name a cat.
Maybe.
Snowstalker is kind of a big name to give your pet cat, although if they're dating... Wait, this is very weird.
Tigatron's kind of a weird character, but he's Blue Man Kuma, and he's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's mellow, so we let
And I really like his white and green color scheme.
Yeah, well, it's more of a teal.
It's very pretty.
It's nice.
And also, he must kill you because God told him to.
Yes.
Yep.
So yeah, we get a little poetry from Tigatron. Let the trails lead where they may. I will follow, and we get some nice northern lights, and that's the episode.
Yep. Optimus gives a weird, almost salute as they walk away.
And then Rhinox is the one who kind of takes one look back to sort of give him a little nod. Like, yeah, you're okay. And you know that you're okay because I'm Rhinox, and I'm saying that.
I'm sure we'll see you sooner rather than later.
Yep. Although we don't see him for another,
4 or 5
I guess it's not the next episode, but the episode after that, because he's pretty sure he's in the probe.
Oh, well, yeah.
Sorry, Better Mousetrap. He's definitely in Better Mousetrap.
There's a weird episode order we'll get to.
Yeah.
Yep. The next episode literally opens in a snowy area, but Tigatron's nowhere to be found. Apparently it's South America.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It's the mountains. Who knows?
Yeah.
Something
So
the
overall,
Rockies.
this is a very, it's a very straightforward episode, but it's very enjoyable.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun
Well
little
written.
animation moments.
I don't know.
Good action.
There are problems, though. Mostly with distance.
Well, yes.
And travel time. And do robots get cold?
They do. We'll see that in the very first scene of the next episode. They do get cold.
I know.
Yes.
It's weird.
Their fluids can come close to crystallizing,
Yeah.
apparently.
Uh-huh.
Also, they established in this episode that it is possible for Predacons to reprogram maximal stasis pods.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is important.
Up to the very climax of the episode, I figured it was just going to be, okay, the Predacons are going to kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they want it for their own. And, this would happen several times over the course of the series where this is how they're stranded on one planet. This is, with, I think, one exception, how you get new characters.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
That's how it makes sense with toys, but it's like, why did they have so many protoforms on the ship, the Maximal ship to begin with?
I mean, they were gonna, land on a planet and, set up a whole science base.
Yeah, but do they need that many colonists who effectively are still babies?
I mean, as you see, they come out pretty, Transformer aging is not quite the same as humans. Like, Tigatron comes out and he's he's like a grown dude.
Yeah, and he's even slightly defective and he's fine.
Yeah, and actually he seems older than, Cheetor, which is weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
And
is weird,
he's
yeah.
very much mature. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah, well, there's I've been watching these episodes until now on old VHS, which was kind of funky. But for this, I finally got the DVDs collection, the newest version, and it came with a prequel comic, guys. There's a prequel.
And hey, I think Tigatron's in that one.
Yes, he is.
If my knowledge of prequels is correct, I believe it should also have complicated trade discussions, archaic ethnic stereotypes, and possibly a Sebulba.
Well, it has It has stereotypes about Predacons and things. It's weird, because I'd never read it before until yesterday. I'd heard about it. I knew it existed. It came BotCon
2006, I believe.
2006, oh, okay. Yeah, so it wasn't all that long ago, but it was still kind of long ago. But yeah, it retcons things like Tigertron was actually a dude before, but that's...
I'm not crazy about that.
Episode. No, not really.
I choose to consider it apocryphal at best.
Yeah, it's got a few nice ideas in it, but it's got some stupid ideas too. Like Heller Laserbeak and Buzzsaw there.
I mean, I can kind of buy that, given the later G1 guest star we get.
Yeah, but then they're blown up is the problem.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sold on it.
Yeah,
but I think we're all sold on Fallen Comrades.
Yeah.
So if you're going to blatantly sell us a toy, this is how you do it.
Pretty good, yeah.
Pretty well sold.
Your toy is smart and shoots Megatron in the butt.
Hey, I bought them. Then I bought a second one and repainted it, which made people very sad because that toy was hard to find at one point.
Oh.
Yeah. I was always sort of disappointed that the toy had a silver face instead of the green one.
Yeah, there's
I
that.
like differently colored faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the one hand, I do like differently colored faces. On the other hand, if he'd been just orange to Cheetor's yellow, that would have been even worse.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been too close. Yeah. Wait.
That wouldn't have been cool.
Alright, so I think that should do us for the Stasis Pod this week. But please, join us next week for Double Jeopardy, where the scores can really change.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
And remember, you can follow us on Twitter at @StasisPod, on Tumblr at stasispod.tumblr.com. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, please write into the Maximail bag at, is it the Stasis Pod?
No, at Stasis Podcast. No, stasispodcast at gmail.com.
stasispodcast@gmail.com.
And we are always available every week on iaconunderground.net.
Yes, and you can also get us on iTunes.
Yeah, however iTunes works. I don't use iTunes. We're there somewhere.
And please...
We're on major podcast clients.
I've started using my Zune for podcasts again.
Oh.
Yay, wow. Zune.
Oh, I should probably send me the link at some point to the iTunes, the link on the official Twitter.
Yeah, and please rate and review us on iTunes. It would increase our podcast ranking, and we'd really appreciate that.
And send us discussion questions if you'd like to hear us talk about them.
Yep.
That's
right.
right.
Imagine that there are many other Beast Wars podcasts out there. There are many Transformers ones, but...
There are quite a few. I don't think.
Not many Beast Wars.
All right, so until next time, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
I'm Alex.
Ha ha ha, my day has come. I'm Dave.
There's one thing I wanted to say and didn't. They used an automatic fisheye lens during this episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
A lot of the face close-ups were fisheyes rather than just close-ups.
And yet we won't have character until season 3.
Lulz fish. Alright, I will be back in a moment.
Okay. Come up with a repertoire of bad Jeopardy jokes.
Saul Trebek.
The day's mine. That's Ted Ferguson. It's a funny name.